Hi, good evening, guys. How is it going? Today I'm very honored to share this topic, a lasting legacy, to all of you. So we are actually hearing it more and more in business. What is a legacy? It is what you will be known for in the future and future generations. Before we explore more on this topic, let us ask ourselves how we would want to be remembered and what differences we could do, and have we ever wondered what might be said about us at the end of our lives. There are no rules on how big or small your legacy will be. After all, we get to choose what we do in our life and what do we want to be remembered for. Thank you, ECVI, for this golden opportunity. I just want to say how blessed and humble I am to be here to briefly challenge this topic, to go inside of myself and pull up memories, thoughts, and experiences and ideas just to prepare on this topic. A lasting legacy via the lens of the parents and the children who built the business as a family. All right, so I am born and raised in Penang. So I would like to thank my parents for giving me a life, for giving me a chance at a life worth living. Their life values and fundamentals cultivated from the environment shapes my character. And our character determines the direction we will go in life. That's where I am today. So personality can open doors, but only character can keep them open. Why is that? Because good character delivered on its promise. When we say we will do something, we will follow through. All right, so my family actually runs a business, a florist, since 1984. We have extensive experiences in the floral industry that made us cater flowers for all occasions. So my dad, this man, humble man, very down-to-earth man, envisioned the potential of online business platform at 20 years ago and made a bold move to set up our florist website and become the pioneer in the northern region of the floral industry to provide online transaction and delivery service to whole Malaysia. We are the second florist in the Malaysia that launched our website online. So he always liked to say he is very visionary because we are earlier than Jack Ma, because Jack Ma launched Alibaba website at 1999. All right, so here is the couple that made us cross paths with Amway. I always address them as Kelly Auntie and Uncle Lee. So Kelly Auntie back then, she was in the bridal gown industry. And she and my mom are business partners. So we supply the bridal bouquets and the boutonnieres for the wedding occasions. So my mom signed up just to support Kelly Auntie to become a loyal Amway product user for 8 years. During these 8 years, did Uncle Lee follow up my parents for the business? Yes, they actually they did countless of follow up. I remember my dad say when he saw Uncle Lee coming from in front, he will run from the behind, because he is very fear of he was very fear of Mr. Lee is going to share anything about Amway regarding the marketing plan to him. But one day, my dad feel very paiseh to reject Mr. Lee again, because Mr. Lee, he offered help, gave us an extra hand during peak seasons like Mother's Day and Valentine's Day. So in return, my father joined him for a rally. Okay. So I would like to thank you, Founders Emerald, Mr. Lee Sun Cheong and Kelly, for this great business opportunity. Okay. So after the rally, my dad is actually very surprised that Amway is not a company that only sell its product. It is not a dual belly business only, contrary to popular belief. The core plans and 4 fundamentals of Amway, which are family, freedom, hope, and reward and other values actually attracted them and made them stay in this business. It wouldn't be able to achieve the same in our conventional business. Let's say time conventional business, we have a very, very busy schedule, and it is unable to have quality time to spend together. So it was then they saw the potential and true values of the business and realized it is how important to generate a passive income besides active income in the floral industry only. So it is always better to have a backup and a pipeline income. So at the same year, Amway just launched its e-commerce website at 2002. So like I said before, anything that is go online, by that time, Amway launched its e-commerce website. It's like how we are having a 5G now. It is very high technology. So he see it as a uptrend business. All right. So what makes him to make a decision to start in this business? He was actually being initiated after the meeting with our dearest upline diamond, Mr. M.K. Kong. So at first, my dad was very skeptical about this business. He made a humbly request from Mr. Kong to show him the bonus statement of Amway. He simply wanted to verify the true fact of passive income in this business. He still remained very doubtful. But after that, what Mr. Kong replied to him very confidently and said, I don't have any intention to drive 1.5 hours from Ipoh to Penang just to cheat on you, ma, or to gain any advantage. So I still remember Mr. Kong was a teacher back in Ipoh. He ventured in a business and encountered a financial crisis. He spent only 3 years and 8 months to achieve his diamondship, to clear all of his debts. And from that time, he achieved financial freedom and mind freedom. This is what most impressed me and inspired me. And I always like to share this story to all of my business partners, to all of my friends at every OPP sharing, which is Mr. Kong rejected the 1 million GPA scholarship from the government to his youngest daughter and self-funded her to USA for her medicine studies. From the bottom of my heart, I truly respect and salute his kindness, as he thinks that there must be other people who need this scholarship rather than his daughter. At that point, I understand this business is not only making money. It is a matter of how Amway could help people to live a better life. And also the financial security he earned from this business, it gives her daughter the freedom to choose what she likes to study and not being decided by others. So thank you, Mr. Kong, for all the guidance and support throughout the years. All right, so I started to take care of the family conventional business when I was 9 years old. It was the first year that my parents were invited to the Amway travel at South Africa. I get so excited where they will be traveling for next year. I can't help myself to ask everywhere, where are they heading next? And another question is, when can we all family to go travel together? At that time of my understanding, only diamonds has the priority to bring their children to travel together for Amway trips. So every year I asked my mother the same question, and every year she told me next year, next year, next year. So you have probably heard the saying, if you want something done, give it to a busy person. It sounds like a common sense expectations, yet it is so true. People who can get a lot done seem to be able to take on even more and remain productive. Why is that? Do some people have high capacity while others just don't? My mother is kind of like this. You know, she needs to take care of 3 kids. So at the middle of the picture, that is my baby brother. And at the right side of the picture is after my baby brother full moon, they actually achieved their DD at the next month of my brother full moon. So she needs to take care of 3 kids and my grandparents, send us to school and tuitions. We still have music classes, art classes, ballet classes, swimming classes. She literally fill our time with all sorts of classes, while she needs to cope with daily florist business and at the same time build their MV business at night and weekends. She also is filled with appointments and meetings with my dad. She's a super mom, right? So I remember when my parents and Mr. Lee and Kelly Auntie, they were building the business together. All of the business partners' kids become playmates. So they would arrange the kids going to the same tuition class so they can do one drive to send all the kids to the same tuition class. Okay, so my mom, she works more than 17 hours in a day, tirelessly dedicated to the family, and rarely complains about it because they know they want to give us a very good and promising life. So my mom fully supports my dad as they really want to success in this business. So along the way, what I have learned from them is it is better to manage your energy than to manage your time. There is many capacities we can increase, but there is nothing we can do to expand our time. The number of minutes in a day, days in a week, and weeks in a year are actually set. Even our time on earth is fixed. Our days are numbered. That is why we need to focus on our energy. Therefore, she has high performance despite juggling in between of our family and conventional business and also any business. This is how my parents manage. Starting out what is important, what is not important, urgent and not urgent. They made a huge turnaround when they make priorities. Not everything had to be done by them. If something was necessary, but they don't have to do it personally, they will definitely delegate it to others. So that there is some changes happens in my family. They hired 2 helpers at home just to make sure me and my siblings, my grandparents, our daily routine are well arranged. They also hire more employees in the florist so they can spend more time in their MA business. This is the fun thing, the fun memory I love the most. When my mom learned baking at home party or ECBI center, she would definitely come home and teach the helper to bake. Whatever she learns from center, she will come home and do leadership transfer to the maid. As I reflected, I'm very grateful for the helper willingness and for her creativity and the presence of our grandmother in taking care of our good meals and nutrition while we are growing. Okay. Another thing is I love to join them for meetings since I'm small. I love to see the atmosphere, the very good atmosphere with loud songs, people very happily cheer, and I get very excited to welcome bunch people to come our house for every Monday night for the house meeting. I love to accompany my kakak to prepare the food and drinks for the adults after their meeting session, so my parents can follow up them and often discuss with my maid, and we explore the menus for the upcoming meetings night until they made a fixed menu of the green bean soup for every night. Okay. And next, the most noticeable changes I can see from my parents are their growing mindset, not as a fixed mindset parents. So they always encourage us to learn more, to study more, to read more books. They are able to adapt new info and ready to make changes whenever they need. Anyway, we are still brought up in a very tight upbringing, despite they really have a busy schedule in my memory, but they still set clear boundaries for our routines. So when they fulfill their promise to us, all we can do is to repay them with our good grades. Next, another most noticeable changes I could see is they elevated our family's health to a new level after they learned nutrition knowledge. My dad, at first, they didn't know my grandmother, my paternal grandmother has diabetics until he attended nutrition classes. I'm very grateful we have consumed Nutrilites for around 20 years. My grandmother's diabetics is in well control with the least medicine dosage. All right, so this is the story of my parents, how they started in this business. And so who am I now? I've been living comfortably for the past of my life. I get everything I want. I get everything I desire very easily. Okay, so this is the most classic storyline for the second generation to join the business is when we age 18, we will automatically receive a black bag on our birthday. But I didn't receive a mystery black bag on my actual day. I received after 2 months. It was a very casual time where my dad, he just hand over a form for me and say, hey, please sign here and I will submit it later. I get very excited, you know, at that moment. Okay, so I have 3 life options in my mind. I know it since I was small. The first one is to find a job. The second one is to go back to the family business, which I have been involved in for so many years. And the third one is angry. So I explored the first option, ballet teaching career at my Form 6, while also preparing for my STPM. I simply wanted to gain experiences. I'm very grateful I have 3 years of ballet teaching experiences under my belt. So at the end of the first day of my teaching, my dad drove me home. It was a Sunday, I remember. The first day, I teach from 9 to 5 p.m. During the journey, the first piece of advice he gave me as I begin my career is, this is a job with limitations. You are not going to do it for a long time. As you use your physical energy, which is your labor, and time to exchange the source of income. Your income will stop when you don't have labor, when you don't have time. And your energy has its own capacity. Time is your biggest challenge. How wise is my father? It struck me and begins to think carefully whether is this what I really wanted for my life. I was very confused. Further on, my mother, she advised me to quit my job after my first month of work. My mother was actually one of the push factors for me to become a ballet teacher. She said it is a skill career. Once you learn it, you can always make money with it forever. It is forever yours. So we actually took some time to analyze this job's nature. It mostly occupied my weekend time, and it clashes with most of the trainings like nutrition classes, grooming classes, leadership events, enrichment sessions, and so on, and also our family time. Next, as a return, in this job, my hourly wages is 20 ringgit per hour at 8 years ago, which I personally think it is quite high up for a part-time job. I can teach up to 8 to 10 hours per day for a weekend. So here is the quote: choose the job you love and you never have to work a single day. Doing what rewards you always give you energy. It is something you are passionate about. The same is true for doing what give us high return. I am a very passion driven kind of people. Eventually, I figured out that fulfilling the teaching career is no longer energizing. What I usually do does not line up with the return and reward anymore. The wages return remain the same after 3 years with no increment at all, and the tiny wages is not going to satisfy my long bucket list and make me feel less sense of worth. And I love pretty things and anything that is pretty, and what most young lady like to do, shopping and travel around the world, is our dream. All right. And one of the best advice I have ever received from my parents are always reach out to the people that are 10 years ahead you in any area of occupation, job, and industry. Because those people have the experience and knowledges that I did not possess, but close enough to let you know to see the satisfaction of their current life, or is their current lifestyle is what you really like or want. So we could use that as the rule of thumb when we reach out to people to help us to grow and learn. And I'm motivated with my small continual improvement. I would like to go into the third options right now. And I wanted to see what much more I can do for myself and also my family. So that's the thing. It's if not now, then when? Okay, so I made a decision to quit my ballet teaching during my second year of degree in USM. I studied banking and finance in USM and decided to go all out to achieve my platinumship in Amway and become the most important become one of the most important leg for my parents' financial. So this is my initial firm goal in this business as my first breakthrough. Also, I have discovered more whys in my Amway business along the journey. So here is the honest confession. It is not easy to juggle between studies and business, and I face continual challenges. As I said, I have been living in a comfortable zone. I didn't want to get rejected. Back then, looking good was more important to me than getting good. But I need to keep my eyes on the goal, be determined, because I know I must honor my parents with my achievement and make them proud. I do not want to let the fear to take over me. So I started to plan my days to be very productive with my activities. So I do product sharings, appointments, meeting new people, engage to my leaders, read more books, and build my own network. One of the challenges, I do not have network because all of our family network has been signed up by my family. But I'm very grateful that their second generation has not been signed up by my family yet. Next, to be frank, I feel very different with my uni mates because they couldn't understand why do I have to fill my time to the maximum and don't even have my personal time. It is our fresh year. I realized the right thing to do and the hard thing to do are usually the same thing. More and more people resist doing the right thing because it is hard. So they choose over the easy thing. I have to delay instant gratifications. Oddly, I find myself don't quite enjoy by doing nothing, by waking up late, by talking how others is successful only, but we are not going to do anything, by spending my time on dramas and movies. I rather start creating my own moments right now, working on it and building something, somebody that can't take away. So one of the ways that I can keep proper control of my life and not allow others to take that control is to understand I wear different hats in my life as a daughter, as a granddaughter, as a friend, as a business person, as a leader, and as a student. But I know we can't get complain and get moving at the same time. Mourning about your troubles and moving in the right directions rarely happens together. So your vibe attracts your tribe. My positive vibes attracted good teammates for me to pair up my assignments. So I work smart and work hard in my uni. So I learned about teamwork at ECBI environment, and which makes my study more easily manageable. So most of the uni mates are very concentrate on their studies. They aim to get good grades, but I know good grades are important to get a good job, but it couldn't promise us a secure life. And we don't just work to pay bills. Life is not only about survival. All right. And the lifestyle of successful MBA business owners give me confidence and insights. And I have visualized the life I have ever wanted to. It's possible to achieve it with this business. And these are the successful MBA business leaders from different background and region. The first one is a very young and dynamic leader from Macau. I love his sharings. They are a very young couple, but they have already achieved financially freedom and they have touched a lot of lives. The second one is Thailand multi-billionaire entrepreneur, but he also building the MBA business at the same time. So I see the potential of the MBA business is not just about money. And the third one is ex-IBM CEO from Korea. Her daughter is also building the MBA business and already achieved EDC. Next, leadership is all about influences. So I jump and build my wings along the way, slowly better myself with mixing the right leaders. I'm very thankful for all the leaders at ECBI. They are just like brothers and sisters to me. They help me, they gave me advice, they gave me guidance, because they said my parents has helped them previously, so they in return they helped me back. I'm very appreciative with them. All right. I also take up certified advisor courses in preventive health and nutrition in OUM before I completed my degree in USM. So I have 2 certificates before I graduated in USM. One is MBA Platinumship and another one is Certified Advisor in Preventive in Health and Nutrition. So I love adding value to people's life. Helping people to live a better life fills me with energy and validates my calling sense of purpose. Everything worthwhile is uphill. Everything worthwhile in life, everything you want, everything you desire to achieve, everything you want to receive is an uphill. Okay, when I was just getting started, people believe in me. They believe in me more than I believe in myself. And before I believe in myself, and I sincerely thank my team, my uplines, sidelines, they back up, and my downlines, they back up their belief and with opportunities they gave me. The words of encouragement, words of affirmation never run short of supply. Since day one, I'm in this business. They are very, very positive. That it has been said that it is wonderful when the people believe in their leader. but it is even better when the leader believes in the people. But let me tell you, it is the best feeling of the world when we believe in ourselves. All right. So this is the family part. Family is a great, strong foundation for everything you want in your life. I think I get to know my parents better when I involve myself in this MA business. I am very touched by the people whom my parents that has touched their life, their downlines, their groups, my sidelines. They are all like my sister, brothers to me across the years. So many people have told me that the stories, how they met my parents, how my parents inspired them and helped them to become a better person. Luckily, I do not learn from them after they have gone. Legacy is a very fancy word for impact. Next, this is the reward where we fulfill our dream together because we went to travel in Med Cruise. This is one of my happy memory because we were invited as a second generation. Emily values us very much and treat us like diamond. So, all right, this is also some pictures that we had in Med Cruise. So, what I see from this, what I feel from this travel is those people, they work hard and they play even harder. And during the travel, they don't even have to think is their business growing or not. They even tell us that my business continues to grow even though we are at travel. So they actually travel with peace of mind, which I quite admire. Right, this is the reward part. Recognition. This is my favorite family portrait with all of my extended family that we shared our parents and their proud moment at stage together. Okay, this is one that my father has been invited to Taiwan for a short sharing at stage. I look him as a role model to share at international stage. Every time he shared on stage, I feel like I am a proud little girl sitting down there, and I listen very carefully to every words he shared. My father is a very hardworking person. He never stopped improving himself since day one in this business, and I take every of his words as a wisdom to me. Okay, this is a business with hope and incredible spirit. I remember when I made my first trip to Hong Kong, I insisted to visit the Amway Center with my friends. But my friend couldn't understand. He asked me, why must you visit Amway? And I replied him, and I said, it is a business that about 100 countries have this Amway business, and I feel very good. I feel home if I visited Amway Center. Wouldn't you want to visit your own company when you travel to each country? So I feel like I am very proud with this brand. I'm very proud with this company, and I also like to be one of their ambassadors. All right, and it bigger my dreams, it expand my dreams. Recently we talked about we wanted to go to Antarctica with one of our good friends, and this is my dream. If you have a dream, give it a chance to happen. This is a quote from our founder, Rich DeVos. I would like to travel with first class. I remember when I told one of my friends, I said, in future, I must travel with first class with Amway. You know what they do? They actually laugh at me. You know? They said, our family is very wealthy. Their family is wealthy, but their family runs traditional business. But they said, my parents, even they have money, they won't pay for the first class ticket. They only will go for business class. At that moment, I know it is not about how much money you are making. It is about the quality of lifestyle that you get, that you earn from your business. And I would like to go on for a meditation in India, at Tibet, and I would like to travel around the world and build a home for myself. And hope. I started this business from myself, and now we have grown to a very big team, from one team and family. So this is my business partners, my teammates. We have business partners from different ages, different cultures, different education backgrounds. We have IT specialists, we have teachers, we have accountants, we have students, we have housewives, we have master holder, we have business persons in my team. Okay, all right. The moment, this was the best, one of the best moments when I was so happy when I received invitation from Amway to join this privileged session with the Access co-founder. So XS is actually access in English. So we experiences with the young leaders from the northern region for white water rafting session. I can see that this is a very fresh approach with Access Energy Sport Drink, as it combines with adventure and opportunities, and not just job, but it is a lifestyle business. It opens a door of possibilities for me. I would like to try more extreme activities in the future. And I'm also very happy that I have this privilege to visit Amway China New July when they have quotas for a year. So we made our trip there to visit the botanical R&D, and I'm very, very impressed with what we have consumed all over the years, and finally get to visit there ourselves. Nutrilite is actually a global leader in health and wellness for more than 60 years, with world-class scientists, engineers, and product development experts are the force behind of our products. I still remember that one of the scientists told us that the upcoming 5 years products we have already prepared, and we are in the midst of doing research for the next 10 years products. How good is that? All right. So slowly, I found out the things that I do every day in this business actually aligns with my passions and talents, and using my best gifts to do the things I really love and care about. It made me feel happy, and I feel I'm living in my gift zones. I learned to figure out the natural strengths in me and develop them for the benefit for myself and also others. Perhaps the caps that limit us most are the one that we put on ourselves. This is a real incident happened in me while I'm in primary school. At my second and my third primary year, I was very frequently get selected by my teacher and being placed in the storytelling competition, be it Chinese, be it English or Malayu. Being part of this storytelling competition does not make me feel special at all. In fact, I hate it. At that moment, I felt my teacher selected me just to fill up the numbers of the participation. And I don't have the guts to say no. So despite how hard I make my practices at home, countless failures, countless practice at day and night, I still remember I stand at the sofa just to share out very loudly to do practices. But at the actual day, when I went on stage and speak, I didn't make it till the end. I tried to remember my words, but I never felt I could trust myself. My brain froze and I couldn't think. I stared at the public for some moments and I decided to end and left stage with a thank you. It was definitely a very unsuccessful session and unpleasant memory in my life. When I look back, I can tell you that was the day I formed and accepted the belief and the limitation that I can't talk in front of the public. It was a shameful experience that I put on myself that continues today. Until I was actively building this business, I went for entrepreneur courses at ECY environment. At that time, we must do our own sharing on stage to do presentations or to introduce yourself. I didn't ease up yet to speak in front of public. I still feel very much uncomfortable. Until I achieved my platinumship, finally I can tell you that I have accumulated enough of life experiences and true stories that happen on me finally make me able to share my story. I'm glad that I don't limit myself by this deliberate flavor of I can't talk in front of public. So now I am a person filled with interesting stories. I'm possible to make all of this happen. So here is the part that where I team up with my best sister of the world and my most amazing business partner Jeffrey for the family health management bookshop, which this idea is sparked and inspired when they are in China. So both of them, both of my sister and Jeffrey, they are actually master in nutrition and another one is in food tech. So within a year, we have already conducted 4 times of workshop in Penang and Ipoh. All right, moving on, I would like to share my feelings of this conventional business and Amway business. So due to the recent world events, networking business and e-commerce is no longer the same game. With any major disruptions, there is always opportunities. During the MCO period, people are staying indoors and allowed to go to the public areas. This is great for e-commerce, guys, since more people are shopping online. Amway carries around 800 plus for personal care, home care, essential items for you to shop online that totally perfectly complement our staying in lifestyle. While other products are completely stagnant due to the shipping issues from worldwide. So for ourselves, we personally experienced a growth sales performance increase in both our conventional and Amway business during the MCO period. And I feel extremely blessed and grateful because of our strong faith. These two business, the nature is they are online business, but my conventional business required me physically presenting myself at work. But every business is independent and with much flexibility. My business partners, they are working on different locations. All we do is leverage and we are very quickly adapt to the new normal and surprisingly our productivity increases thanks to eCVI support system. The on-demand trainings, the digital tools are all available online, which empower us to run business wherever we want. So Amway products are actually hot lockdown products as they are essentials. The supplements we are eating daily, the home staples, water purifier system, air purifier system, they are all available online to purchase just a few clicks away. You can easily drop your order online and Amway will ship it to our customer. The same goes to my conventional business. We have an online website that features our products and services. Just a few clicks and orders can be easily made. For my conventional business, as it is non-essential category, our main inventory supplies are being suspended as the logistic options are heavily rely on passenger planes, and we are very extremely restricted than usual. Well, for the logistic issues, the issues are blowing up right now during the MCO period are none other than the logistic and shipping issues. Our packages are back up, things are not getting received and delivered within the standard shipping times, or wrong products received, and so on. Despite all this happen, it does not make me lose confidence in Amway company, because I believe Amway has made tireless effort in solving all these issues. Just imagine the minimum order price has went down from 300 to 100 for a single order to entitle a free home delivery. How good is that? The number of packages must be increased at least 3 to 4 times during this period, therefore putting a high pressure on the logistic issues. So what we do is I do feedbacks, I lodge complaints, and we comfort our customers, our ABOs. But guys, we need to have a little faith, because we are leaders, and I strongly believe that Amway will resolve them. In fact, Amway, they did multiple follow-ups with the initial logistic company that handle our orders. But unfortunately, the logistic company do not respond to Amway. So what they do is Amway send recovery to all of our affected orders with new delivery partners, and even they called to follow up just to ensure that we have received the products at our end. I rest assured that this is just a small hiccup in their usual wonderful service. On the other hand, the logistic issue that we face in our conventional business is much more challenging too. Orders delivery fulfillment are on ourselves, as they are mostly on urge. We continually reaching out for advices from our business friends and logistic partners. Even the IKEA home delivery service are being suspended during phase 2 from 1st of April onwards. The northern region, the logistic partner that take care of IKEA home delivery service is one of my sideline, my very, very dearest brother. He advised me, are you sure you want to take this risk? Take this risk? Because IKEA, you see, such a big company, but they don't have got to do it at phase 2, you know. You have to be even cautious when you do delivery, because there are more roadblocks setting up at the points, and all checks are very strict compared to phase 1. So you see, time invested and more energy I have devoted in this conventional business during MCO period, because all of our employees are not allowed to work during this period. When we manage and take care of everything ourselves, I actually see there is a positive growth in this business. Hence, the side effect is I can give even little time to manage my Amway business, yet enjoying a twice growth of sales in my own Amway business. What a huge contrast of the networking business and conventional business at these 100 days. Amway business can definitely autopilot even I'm not around. It is a business system that I feel so blessed and grateful that we really put all of our efforts in building in it. This gives us a mind and peace freedom as an extra luxury. But in floral industry, it cannot be automated, despite it's profitable, but we don't have the quality time and unable to remove ourselves from the business. So for salaries in conventional business must be honored despite employees are not being able to work. But for Amway business, I even received early bonus payment at the 8th of the month. The usual ones is at the 15th of every month. All right. So actually, Amway Business do not require a bold commitment, but it simply requires a bold decision from yourself to make a change. Only when your business is building on rocks and grounds, you can have choice of freedom. Do not ever request freedom when a business foundation is built on soft sands. Owning this autopilot business really gives us mind and peace freedom. While for conventional business, efforts are often as seen because we cannot work as you want. We actually work like a swan above, paddling like a duck below, so that we could look graceful on the surface. All right. Moving on, I would like to thank Amway's co-founder, Rich and Jay, who live behind these incredible legacies that live on the hearts of the people they touch. Physically, they are no longer in this part of society, but their principles, values, philosophies, and achievement become immortal, spreading from generation to generation. I think it is very also important to partner with the right company. It is very important to have a lifetime business and to make a right choice in choosing the company that you are partnering in it. Every business owner must do whatever it is right, not just what works. Success is measured not only in how much money you are making, but by the respect, trust, credibility we earn in this partnership together. At the end of my sharing, it made me realize that it is not just about the dreams. It is my mission to live on this legacy for my family, to my team and my next generation. So I have the responsibility to keep my gear moving. My parents' mission is to help 100 families, to help them achieve financial security that they desire so they can live more freely the life they want. While me continue to work on their mission in honor of them and build my own business empire too. There is no passion to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. Growth requires thoughts continually to be upgraded. I'm always to try to get better. The better I get, and the more I have to give. So before I end my sharing tonight, I'd like to tell all of you that we shall believe in Amway, believe in our ECVI system, believe in our mentors and our uplines, and lastly, believe in our dreams and ourselves. So thank you so much. Over to you, Jaslyn.
Thank you so much, Madelaine, for your wonderful sharing. I believe all of us here actually brought something home tonight. Am I right? She's like a crystal ball, you know, letting all of us know a glimpse of how Amway business could actually bring everything together. Not only for ourselves and also for our future generations as well. So, Madelaine, do you have any last message you would like to share with everyone?
Yes. So the greatest gift I have learned in my 8 years is not to manage people, but to teach them what we have become. The mindset is always what we invested in. Always remember to think in the right way. Negative people will think and wonder why the people leave the business, but positive people will ask those who stay, what is the magic in it. So let's make the year 2020 of the years of force. Force yourself to break down barriers. Force yourself to push forward. Force yourself to make hard decisions, knowing that you are doing the right thing, and force yourself to be the best version of you. Thank you so much, everyone.